Thanks for joining us for our December edition of Best Friends. We have several events coming up. We have the wine tasting at Medicine Creek Winery that is going to give animal services all of the cost of the wine tastings, and then we'll donate $1 a bottle for all of the wine they sell through December to the animals at Animal Services, which is certainly a very welcome thing. And we have Picture Your Pet with Santa Paws coming up on the 14th and 15th, and certainly you want to be involved in that. It's a tradition, and we have a wonderful new set, and it's going to be fun. And then we also needed to tell you about the gift certificates for pets. There are many people who want to give a living Christmas gift, and we think that's a great idea, but there are some things that you need to think about. One important one being that you want the person who receives the gift to be able to bond with it, and so it's really best if they get to pick their own. And to that end, we have some beautiful gift certificates that you can give in lieu of the actual animal, and then let the person pick out their own. Works well for just about everybody, and they have all the time they need to actually choose an animal. So that's a good thing. You will have noticed that I am holding a bird. This is a Eurasian collared dove. One of about 14 doves that we have right now who are looking for new homes. Their owner died, and so at this point they are living in a communal environment here at the shelter. They have a lovely call, two of them actually, the regular dove thing, and then this bizarre maniacal laugh that makes you look around like, whoa, but actually very attractive. And they're very interesting creatures. These guys mate for life, and so you want to get two, not just one, and we'll try and sort out who has mated two. Some of the doves are not the Eurasian collared doves. They're another type that is a variety of ringneck. This is a Java dove, or some people call them the sacred doves because they're white. They are a variety of ringneck, and they do interbreed with the Eurasian collared doves also. But the standard, you know, the dove that they release at weddings and so forth, also make lovely pets. This is a lovely, well, in terms of personality and in terms of appearance, brown tabby, who we've had for quite a while. She came in with 4 kittens, and her 4 kittens have been weaned and are now placed in new homes, and she has been spayed, and she has done a wonderful job as a mama kitty. She is patient and kindly, and would probably make a good cat even for young kids in the household, and I think might also make an okay cat if you have an existing, like, neutered male cat in the household. Don't know how she would do with other female cats. It may be just fine, but this is just a very placid, sweet cat. My vote for Family Cat of the Month. I love brown tabbies anyway. Typically, these are the guys you find dressed up in doll clothes and being pushed in a baby buggy because they're very forgiving. This is a wonderful kitten. He's only 5 months old. Chances are he's going to be a fairly large cat. He has kind of an odd personality trait, and we're not quite sure what's driving it, but he does stalk children. It could be that he really likes children and he considers them sort of interesting, but something triggers the same reaction that you would see in a cat that is stalking prey. And so I'm not real clear what's going on there. Some kind of muddled synapse or something, I'm not sure. Fairly sure though that he would be a good family cat. I'm not sure I would start with very young children though. He may be a fairly large cat. At 5 months, he is pretty big. But I think he's absolutely gorgeous, and being a typical wonderful orange tabby, and they usually are, well, you know. Okay, these two are recently in foster care, and they just came back this morning. There were considerably more. Now there are only two. We have a little male right here and a little female. They have been in a home with a Labrador Retriever. They got along quite well. And so if you have a household that includes a large dog, preferably a Labrador, then these would probably be a very, very good possibility as a pet. They also really love hidey places and curtains. This is about 3 or 4 year old, another brown tabby. He does quite well with people. He is a wonderful cat, very friendly, very loving. Don't know how he would do with the dog, but I can tell you for certain you do not want this cat in your household if you have another cat. He hates other cats. In fact, it's difficult even to get him in and out of his condo here, because if you turn him and he sees another cat, you'll end up wearing, you know, scratches. Right. Wonderful eye color, that orange. Very handsome boy. Just, you know, as a break from brown tabby or orange tabby. This is a very handsome fella that came to us via Seattle from Rochester. Not quite sure how he got there, but his owner has the Seattle address, but they apparently have no interest in claiming him, and I have no idea why, because he is a remarkably wonderful cat. He likes catnip too. There's an interesting study on catnip that has been released in the not too distant past that tells us that kittens and elderly cats really don't react to catnip, and cats that really do enjoy catnip still need about a half-hour recovery time before the chemical that's in catnip works on them again. Very interesting reaction though, and it is a good way for an indoor cat to get plenty of exercise, because they really love to play with it. This beautiful, beautiful calico also has extra toes. Our volunteer was just saying that if you have a little kid in the household that needs to learn to count, there are lots of practice right available that the kitty keeps with her all the time. So there's a walking math lesson that we could learn to multiply too. If we've got 4 feet and extra toes, it makes it fun. Anyway, she is a beautiful little cat. She is already spayed and ready to go home. Don't know how well this one would get along with dogs or other cats. Calicos and torties have a reputation for being a little on the unpredictable side in terms of relationships. So that's something that you would want to explore. But I think she is absolutely gorgeous. This is a kitten. She's 4 months old. She is incredible. She has the loudest purr. I don't know if you can hear it through my mic, but she's just vibrating under my hand with it. I love the marking and the fact that her eyes are set so far apart. It gives her a really arresting expression, and she will gaze at you just straight on for forever. She is a very, very friendly kitten. I would suggest even in a household with young children, this would be an excellent choice for a kitten. What a sweet girl. You know, during the Christmas season, people are often thinking about adopting animals, as I've said, you know, with the gift certificates and so forth. But there are families too who take home kittens during this time period. The thing is to make sure that you have plenty of time and a way to safeguard hazards like Christmas trees and even the chemicals that you put in fresh Christmas tree water to keep the tree fresh. I'm not sure what effect that would have on a cat that tried to drink it. And just getting in the tree itself, of course, is a problem because you have electric lights and you've got glass ornaments. So if you think about those decorations in terms of how they might affect a family member like a kitten who has no good sense at all about that sort of thing and is just remarkably impressed that humans bothered to decorate a tree, and the bows and the packages and the wrappings and things like that that a cat can get into, all of that is doable if you take a little bit of time with it. But that curly ribbon, if it's ingested, can be almost fatal for a cat because it wraps around their intestines from the inside. Rubber bands and tape and things like that, which can be fun, can also be a real problem. So if you are planning to adopt a kitten over the holiday, just be aware that it is kind of a matter of safeguarding the kitten too, and it adds a level of planning to the holiday that I'm sure some people could do without, but it is doable, and how much fun it can be. Okay, another kitten. Who says we don't have kittens for Christmas? This is a little boy, very playful, absolutely adorable kitten. Looks like some time ago someone trimmed his whiskers. That was not a kindness. But, cats use their whiskers for a great deal more than whiskers. They're not just decoration. They are special sensory organs that tell them, even when they're getting close to an object, even if they can't see the object, they know it's there because of the very sensitive nature of those whiskers. You often find that cats that get stuck in strange places for some reason have the length of their whiskers altered, And so you do not ever cut a cat's whiskers. I guess maybe if they have bubble gum stuck to the end of it and you can't get it off either way, there may be an excuse, but generally you never do that. He is an into everything, very friendly, loving little guy, and is going to make someone a terrific pet. This little lady came to us from less than wonderful circumstances. She was just loaded with internal parasites and doesn't have any now. So everyone has been evicted except whoever needs to be there, and she is ready to go. She is a remarkably loving, gentle, tolerant cat. And she is much happier with all of those passengers gone. Yes. She's just such a gorgeous black and white cat, tuxedo, and she has that wonderful fur texture that doesn't mat. And yet it's very easy to get off of furniture. It's very soft. So it just wipes up with a damp cloth. So pretty. Did you show the camera your gorgeous eyes? Look at that. Brilliant green. Yes. The tail is really going. She has a very interesting crook right in the middle of her tail. It's she's not happy with me playing with it, but it's bent. That's usually genetic. People often make the assumption that it's been closed in a drawer or a door or something, but we see many cats that come that way as kittens. It's more obvious in the Siamese types for some reason, I guess because they have a recessive genetic structure anyway, so it's more easily expressed, but we see it in lots of different kinds of cats. This is one of those very cold days in December where I think the high is like 26 degrees so far, but as intrepid as we are, we're going to go out to the dog get acquainted area. That may be a right quick show. I'm not sure any of us, dogs included, are going to want to stick around very long, but join us there, okay? Thanks for joining us out here in the frigid temperatures. Let me introduce you to Bounce. Yes, Bounce is about 2 years old. We are not sure what he is, but I can tell you this, he has springs in his feet, so whatever breed that might have been, he would have been the perfect circus dog. I guess he still could be. We've watched this dog bank off of the tops of our 6-foot kennels. Yes, that's why we call him Bounce. He is going to have to go into a home that has a capability of putting a lid on their kennel, and he can't be left outside by himself for any period of time unless he is in a lidded kennel, or he'll be gone. That's just the way he's built. I don't think a fence, even possibly with an inward-facing lip, a long one, might work. But for the most part, this little guy would be a world champion Frisbee dog. He is just as loving and sweet as he can be. He's eager to please. He is in great shape. He'd be a terrific jogging companion. He is just a great little dog, but definitely needs somebody with the willingness to do a bunch of training and take advantage of that amazing talent that he has. Of course, we call him Bounce. We've thought about calling him Spider Dog, but that sounds kind of negative. So you can rename him anything you want, but the fact remains, this dog could probably clear An 8-foot fence, no problem. So come down and meet him. You can be impressed too. He's a great little guy. Yes, he is. This sweet, sweet girl is probably a Doberman Lab mix. She came to us full of milk, very thin, but the deal is we never saw her puppies, and so there's hardly any way of knowing what was going on with her. What we do know is that she has a wonderful temperament and is going to make some family a wonderful dog. She's a pretty, pretty girl, so when everything gets back to normal for her, she is going to be just brilliantly attractive, and she's very loving. She's about 2 years old maybe, and of course she will be spayed when she leaves here. I know, yeah. Anyway, lots of wonderful energy. She is very attentive, loves people, and is going to be very easy to train, I think. She's a bright girl. Yes, she is. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Oh, you want to go see? Want to go see Heather? I think she's got cookies. Does she have cookies? Uh-oh, I have cookies. As I mentioned, she was very thin when she came to us, so very food motivated. This isn't the best food she could have. It was just what we could grab easily on our way out to do the filming, but it certainly does the job. That's a good sit, good sit. Yeah. This guy is actually still a puppy. He's only, excuse me, he's only a year old. He is a very odd looking dog. We know that his mother was a chocolate lab. We have no idea what the father is. His head looks almost like a collie. It's so narrow and pointy, and there's no stop at his nose. But then on the other hand, he's brindle, and that doesn't make much sense at all. He's very food motivated. You might have noticed that, but that means he's pretty easy to train too. I know, wasn't that fun? Yeah, you're gonna gnaw on it till you get it. Would not put this guy in a home with cats or livestock. He is extremely prey driven. Would probably not be a great home for small children because he is going to flatten them, not with any evil intent necessarily. And no, you're also going to have to keep the cabinets locked and that sort of thing. But this dog would probably be very, very easy to train because he is so food motivated. Look at the legs on this guy. What you need is somebody that likes to run, because I think he could probably run forever. And it would do him a lot of good, and he would never get tired. Right? Want some more junk food? Huh? Sure you do. No, not the whole bag, although that was very intelligent of you, from your perspective anyway. Yes, yes, it would. But he is, although he's a very arresting looking dog, very, very interesting and very handsome. His coat is beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes. And when he does focus on something other than food, he's a very bright boy. Yes. This is a lovely lady. She's about 7 years old, so an older dog. She's probably a German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd cross, and so definite all herding breed. Very mellow disposition. She is she is settled, is the word I'm looking for, I think, to the point that she would be a great family dog, but primarily she would be a really good dog in an older family. She is, at this point, remarkably healthy, and we really like her. She has that sweet, gentle disposition that you find sometimes in the herding breeds, that is just so endearing. She's a good dog to lie in front of a warm fireplace or hang out at the doorway of the kitchen and keep you company. I'm sure she would alert anyone that someone was coming to the house, which is a very herding breed thing to do, but probably is not a dog that you would need to worry about being very, very overprotective. She's just a sweet girl. And she needs a home that will hang with her for the next, 5 or 6 years, optimistically. She's a good girl. Still loves long walks, is a favorite of our volunteers, likes to go out, and probably would do very well with another dog in the household. We do know she gets along quite well with other dogs. We don't know how she does with cats. That's always an unknown, but of course that's something that we can test here at the shelter because we do that every day. I really like her. So this is all of the dogs that we have to show you today. Please come by to see us, and remember that if you want to have a pet for your family and want to give that pet to your family at Christmas time, a very good idea would be one of our gift certificates. And if you want to adopt a pet and give it time to acclimate before the big day, just think about whether you have lots of company coming. Going into a new home is a big enough adjustment for an animal, and so having lots of company there can be kind of overwhelming. And if you're going to do it, then be sure you make plans so that you have a plan B in case that doesn't work out well for either the guests or the new animal. If you're interested in the doves, please come see us. We also have some other interesting options for pets, and we'd be happy to talk to you about those. Visit our Facebook page or our website at www.jointanimalservices.org for a good overview of the animals that we have available for adoption. Come see us. We'd love to have you.